Hi guys. Not sure why my screen is showing vertical on the computer. It is showing the correct way on my phone. So let's try this again here. Sorry about that. All right, so today is day 2 of 100-day challenge. And I'm just going to show you guys a quick little border that you can make. I've taken this page from the Serene Waters collection, which is the one that just came out on Monday. I received it while at convention. So yeah, I'm going to play with it. And I'm also going to play with the friendly fish punch. And I'm going to show you what to do. This should be right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out an 8x8 mat out of the middle of this page so we can use it for something else. I really like that sunset that we can use for something else, or the green vines. So we have to start with the 12x12 sheet. And sorry if I come off the screen a little bit. I've got too much junk on my desk, but I haven't taken the time to clean anything off yet. So instead of doing the 2 inches like this and most of my paper being off, I prefer to just pull out the arm and measure it at the 10-inch mark. That's just me. You can do whichever you prefer. And I am using the little hack of the paper clips. As you can see right here, the little, picked these up at the Dollar Tree last time I was in the lower 40, well, not the last time, the next to the last time I was in the lower 48. Because they're a lot cheaper at the Dollar Tree, which I guess is now $1.25 instead of $1. But anyway, I'm just marking those to where my blade won't go past the 2-inch mark. Okay, so I'm actually marking it at the 1-inch in, because if you're not familiar with our trimmer, there's a white line here. That's actually where your blade is, and that's where it's going to cut. So if I want to go 2 inches, I'm going to measure 1 inch, put my clip there, or if you're really good at it, you can just measure from the 2 inches in anyway. But you can see the white line is lined up with the 2, and then down here it'll be lined up with the 10, and that's what you want. Okay, so I just moved my paper, so I'm going to make sure I've got it right again before I start cutting. Make sure I'm on the 10. And then I'm just going to cut. Okay. Then I'm just going to rotate it, line it up on the 10 again. And hopefully this works. This is the first time I'm doing it with the fish punch, but I just did it with the sunflowers and it worked and left me another little border that I could use for later. So I probably could have technically made it a little bit smaller, but it's okay. I will use that border for something else, or the frame, I mean, for something else later. Not a big deal. There's the 10. Okay. Oh, I think I just moved it again. Make sure everything's lined up. And we should have our, there's our 8x8 that we can use for something else, as you can see. And then we've got our frame here that we're going to start punching from. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to take this paper and you want to fold it diagonally, and you're punching the square out just so that you're not creasing the whole page. You know, you can if you don't mind, but you have a nicer, cleaner cut if you go ahead and take that 8x8 out of the middle. Okay, and you just want to make sure your corners are lined up, and you want to just crease it a little bit. Then you want to make sure this side is lined up as well. God, I look like I'm off a little bit here. Maybe because I was standing doing it a while ago. Who knows? Yeah, that definitely looks like I measured wrong or something. Oh, well. No one's going to know but me and you. Okay. Let's see. Try and crease it a little bit better here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start in either direction. Doesn't really matter. You just want your point at the edge of the actual punch. So you're going to take your, sorry, I'm getting tangled up over here. So you're going to take this angled piece and go in first, and you're going to slide it all the way back to where it's just barely touching your finger at the edge of the paper. Okay. And you're going to punch. Then you're going to slide it out. And you're going to line up your punch on the blue part like you would any other border punch. And punch again. So we're going to punch 3 times. We're going to line this up again. Then we're going to do the same thing with this one. So we've got the corner sticking out. We're going to go back in just enough and punch. Cover it up, punch. Cover it up, punch. Then I recommend scooting all your scraps away. You're going to unfold this, and it looks like we're going to have another frame that we can use as well again. So we could probably make this a little smaller, but the 2 inches seems to be a pretty accurate size that we can use for pretty much any punch. So then we're going to fold these over, and we're just going to line up the corners again because we want our border to be in one piece. Okay. Trying to get it lined up here. Okay. And the same thing over here. And if it's not perfect, it is not a huge deal, okay? I mean, you don't want it way off, but it doesn't have to be perfect either. Okay, I got that. Now, the only really tricky part is you have to make sure that however you put these angles in, that it matches up with the design. So you have to make sure that you've got your fish going in the right direction, or you're going to have some two-headed fish here, and nobody wants that. And this looks to be the right way. So I'm just going to line them up. And I think I'm good. And I'm going to punch. And I'm going to slide it out. Okay, so I was off just a tad, but I can clip that off. No big deal. So I'm just a tad little pieces left in there. And I'm going to punch it. Okay. So now as you can see, the fish actually fell off other than where I was off just a tad. But nobody's really going to notice that, like I said. Okay, so this is the correct way here. We've got them all the way up in there. Let's make sure I got it right. And I'm going to punch and slide out. Line it up one last time here. And punch. Okay, so let me trim this off right quick to show you what we have. So we have a pretty little border here that we could use with something else later. And it's not perfect because I didn't have my fish lined up exactly, but this could always be your piece that you put on the edge of the frame and then put another piece just on the top. If you're doing those layers to keep it from being so heavy. Since it is off a little bit, I wouldn't want to put it on top, but if you get a clean cut better than I did, put it on the top and you don't have to worry about it, okay? But I'll show you guys that in just a second. We're gonna take a plain white page over here and show you our cute little fish. Let me trim them off right quick though, because I don't like that. Okay, get this one too. So there's my pieces. I would try to come back later and show this border with a layout as a, in a layout and see what you guys think. But I mean, the fish are not completely perfect on the corners, not a big deal. You could always put an embellishment right there. If somebody's really paying it that much attention, it's kind of crazy anyway. But you could turn them any direction you want. Since the sun is not in there now, you could have the blue on one side. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. But you would just use your repositionable tape runner to adhere that down. And you got some, I think some cute little snorkeling photos would be perfect with that. And yeah, you just use your mats. Do I have any mats? I don't have any mats right this moment that fit this, but we've still got our stickers that go with it. And like I said, we've got the snorkel, the vest, the fins, the shells, the fish, so many things that we could use with this. And you could always cover up any little imperfection you don't like, or you could even, tuck an embellishment there. I'm not sure exactly where my embellishments are from yesterday. But yeah, that's exactly what I would do. So I've got to find some of my snorkeling pictures. I just want to get this done early today. I've worked 11.5 hours training today, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be up. But tell me what you guys think of this. And this can be done with a lot of our punches. It's just trial and error. So take a piece of paper that you're not necessarily in love with or something, or even the paper now that comes in the front of the packs, the little the guide sheets, they're actually made of paper now instead of cardstock. So these would be the perfect ones to trial and error on. And that way, if something doesn't work exactly the way you wanted it to, you can toss it and not think twice about it. But I'll also show you, so you could do this with that frame that came off and then cut you out a probably an 11-inch square, or you could just keep layering. This would be your back piece as if you had an entire sheet there, and then another one and another one, another one, or you could even, if you had this on straight, which I don't, you could always come back and put that in the middle and then put your pictures and things in there. Okay, so there's lots of things you can do, or you can maybe measure it at 1.5 inches instead of 2, and see how the punch works that way. Okay. So just play around with it. I'd love to hear what you guys think of that idea. I've seen a couple of these go around. The one that got me interested was, oh crud. Somebody asked about a particular border and I don't remember which one it was, but then somebody came back and showed it with the sunflower punch. Is this not just adorable? Uh-oh, my internet looks to be really slow right at the moment. So I just took this little cute green paper. I'll probably use this in a picture of flowers album for my grandmother. So I think it's really cute on a different color background, obviously, besides white. And again, it made a frame that I could use for something else, or even with this one, if I put the striped one in the correct direction. I seem to be completely cockeyed today. So you could leave the flowers there, or we could take them out. Now, again, we've got them on different color on the other side. On the white, this green definitely looks better. Okay, so I'm gonna set this over here for a second. Or like I showed you with the sunset, you could come back and put your stripe back in the middle, or you could do it like this, or you could even do it like this. Okay, so lots of ideas, lots of things you can do by playing around. Let me know what you think. And if there's something in particular you guys want to see within the next 98 days, let me know. I've got to come up with ideas for every day. I know I'm going to do a pup on one of them, just a cutout of a dog. And 3 of my days, I've got CCI. So those days will be planned out. There'll be lots of scrapping, and I'll try to come on. I may not actually teach anything that day, but I may just show you what we've done. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. And if you have an advisor, please shop from them on any of the items that you see that you like. This was done with the summertime collection. I'm not even sure if there's any of that left. If there's none on the website, check with your advisor. They may have some. I have a few packs left because it was one of my favorites. So I ordered a ton because we do like to vacation to tropical areas most of the time. And if you don't have an advisor, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you out. I have a great team above me who has helped me tremendously. And yeah, so I would love to help you in any questions, concerns, products, whatever you might have. I do teach classes periodically, and most of them are virtual or in person, but for the most part, they're in virtual. And you're more than welcome to reach out to me if you're interested in attending any of those. I am actually located in Sitka, Alaska. So if anybody's in Alaska that's interested in anything, we could always try to do a meetup, say in like Anchorage or Juneau, a little bit bigger city. If there's enough interest, I would be willing to coordinate that and get it going so that everybody can get their creative memory scrapping fix. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. Bye.